So we've got to talk about Matt Gaetz again today because the walls are closing in and justice is bearing down on Matt Gaetz. And justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So I swear I hadn't planned on talking about Matt Gaetz again today, but then this piece of information dropped. It was just too good to pass up. It looks like Matt Gaetz' criminal bestie, a guy named Joel Greenberg, is about ready to flip. Here's the reporting today from the New York Times. Indicted Matt Gaetz associate, that's Joel Greenberg, indicted Matt Gaetz associate is expected to plead guilty, lawyers say. The associate could cooperate with prosecutors, giving them information about Mr. Gaetz' relationships that investigators are examining for possible sex trafficking violations. But perhaps the most ominous little tidbit is what Joel Greenberg's lawyer said after he left court this morning. So Joel Greenberg's case is set for trial in June in federal court in Florida, and today the prosecutor, a gentleman named Roger Handberg, and Joel Greenberg's lawyer, a gentleman named Fitz Scheller, appeared before the federal court judge. And jointly they told the judge that it looks like there is a possible, quote, plea deal in Joel Greenberg's case. Now, a little inside prosecutorial baseball, folks. We generally, when I say we, I'm a former 30-year federal prosecutor, we generally don't strike plea deals unless we're getting cooperation from the defendant in the vast majority of the cases. But here's perhaps the most ominous piece of it. After the parties left the courthouse, Joel Greenberg's lawyer, Mr. Scheller, gave an interview to the media. And here are the questions he was asked, and here are the answers he gave. Question from the reporter: does Matt Gaetz have anything to worry about based on what your client knows? The defense attorney, Mr. Scheller, thought about it for a minute, and he settled on this answer. I'm sure Matt Gaetz is not feeling very comfortable today. Oof, that's going to leave a mark. Next question. Did your client, Joel Greenberg, did your client introduce Matt Gaetz to underage girls for sexual relations? Attorney thought about it for a few minutes, and he didn't want to answer the question, so he settled on, quote, I apologize, I just can't answer that question, close quote. Well, I think you kind of did answer the question, Mr. Scheller, by that non-answer. So everything we are learning, with more breaking news by the day, by the hour, it's all telling us that Matt Gaetz' criminal bestie, Joel Greenberg, is about to flip on Matt Gaetz. And we'll just have to watch and see how the dominoes fall. But it sure looks like justice is getting closer and closer to Matt Gaetz. And justice matters. And folks, as always, thank you for tuning in to these daily videos. If you'd like to become a more formal member of Team Justice, or you'd just like to support our all-volunteer efforts and our mission, I invite you to come over to patreon.com. If you like what you see and you choose to sign up and become a patron, I'll send you some Team Justice stickers and a personal handwritten note of thanks. But either way, folks, please stay safe. Please stay tuned. And I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.